We've all had those days that don't progress at the pace we would want them to. And then we stop and we say, man, today really stinks. And then we realize that part of what makes the day stinks is ourselves. Maybe we're inefficient in something. Maybe we're forgetful in a task. And I got to thinking this morning of a time when I was the cause of the stink. Years ago, I did a youth event. It was right around the time when the reality shows were first hitting the audiences and people were doing the silly games and the messy games and all. You remember those things. Well, we did an event with kids and the whole day was filled of messy events and messy opportunities and games that were part of slime and grossness. Most of the games we created on our own just to make it unique. Something as simple as we did one where we created the human sandwich, and they actually made a sandwich with people and still used mayonnaise and lettuce and all the bologna and all the other stuff. We made a mess of ourselves on that particular day. At the close of the afternoon, I looked around the landscape of where we were and I realized that we had really left the environment really, really messy. And I remember saying to one of my helpers, let's create one more game. Then this game will help us gather all of those items that need to be put in the trash and thrown away. So I said, go get me 2, 3, 4 large garbage bags. You know, the big hefty ones that will be 5 gallons or more. I said, bring them to me and we're going to play a game. And so we took the bags and we cut holes for legs to go into the bags. And I said, now here's the challenge. We're going to cause the helpers to be the guinea pig in this one. And every helper, myself included, we got inside those garbage bags, held them up with our arms to make a nice wide opening, and then we said 10, 9, 8, and we took off, and we began to gather all of the items that needed to be collected and put in the bags. We decided that the team that came back with the biggest bag would be the winners. And so as we began to gather things, I began to creatively, with my team, say it's more than just the stuff you see in the ground. There's stuff all around. Look underneath the bush. Look around the bush. Look near the not the dumpster, but look near the garbage can. Well, my kids decided to pick up the garbage can and bring the garbage can and dump that into my trash bag. See, the downside was not thinking in advance of what I was doing. We bordered a community park, or we hosted a community park with a basketball court and other items, and so the community would use that park and leave behind many things. We got to the end of the competition. My team won, but that's because they had emptied all of these garbage cans into my bag. We began to try to get out of the bag and leave the garbage in the bag and then put it away. And I realized that in my bag there was a handful of things that were quite disgusting. I won't name them all, but a few were like a diaper that somebody had discarded. Some uneaten food that somebody had bagged and discarded. By the end of that afternoon, the kids had gone home, they had laughed, they had had a fun time, and we had been kind of the brunt of some of the humor. I remember going to my car, gathering all the items that I had collected that day, the props, and put them in my trunk, and I realized I could not get rid of this smell. Something really stunk. It was me. Fortunately, I had an extra t-shirt and a pair of basketball shorts in my car, and I thought, well, I'll just change from what I have into something else. Closed the trunk. I live 3 or 4 miles away. Problem solved. So I switched out of the clothes that were soiled, and I put on those small items, the t-shirt and the shorts, got in the car and began my drive home, and I had to pull over. I stunk so bad that even with the windows down and the summer heat kind of coming in, I could not get rid of that stench. It was on me. It wasn't on the clothes. It was on me. You see, sometimes those hard days we have are on us. We have to work through them. But remember this. I was eventually able to get the shower, scrub off the scent, and a new day came. We'll have new days. The days that we don't like will pass, and there will be more. That's it.